Oh boy, we are live. Maybe. If I did it right, I was set to go live and then I forgot that there's a really important part about going live, and it's actually plugging things in. You got to plug things in to make sure they work. Otherwise, you're not going to go live. You're going to sit there and talk to yourself, which is what happened for a little bit. But now I think I'm actually live. Let's put some coins on display here. Why not? Just some things that were like laying around. I think I've shown these off plenty of times, but you know what? Every now and then, it's time to break out some of the oldies, but the goodies. Ethan C. Hey! Stacking Kid. Hey! Patrick Ekstrom. Hey! No, he said we're live. And then Tay Jones, important part, putting on clothes. Honestly, so, I'm a Florida boy. Florida boys, even in the cold, we don't like to wear clothes. Even my kids, the first thing they do is when they come home, boom, clothes are off. And that's just how we do things over here in Florida, So yes, putting clothes on is very important because in the off chance that this camera does this really cool thing where for some reason, I don't know why, but we need phones now with cameras on the front and the back. It will do this really weird thing where it shoots the camera that way. All of a sudden it's looking at me. If I'm not wearing clothes, man, I might potentially go to jail. I don't know how that works. Accidental, body reveal. At the very least, I'll lose subscribers for doing that. Roxzilla, what's up, buddy? Make sure you represent. If you're in here, just go ahead and say hello. Don't be shy. Nobody here deserves to be shy. We're just people, right? No big deal. Let's see. Eli, hello from SC. What's up, man? Hello from Florida. Patriotic Stacker, hey, Speg. Way deep inside, just retracted their message. They said, hey, listen, I can't say what I was going to say. Listen, don't be too embarrassed, okay? If anybody's here should be embarrassed, it should be me, because I'm an embarrassing fellow. Kellen L, hey, how's it going? MC Silver Wolf, I accidentally called Yankee Stacking Spegtacular, LOL, ha ha ha. Hey, that'll happen, right? We're all the same person at the end of the day, to be honest with you. We just use different voices. And sometimes we don't even use different voices. Hey, Speg, how's Coin Guy? Great, he's good. Silver Taco Stacker, Peace, Taco. How do you make a taco out of your hand? All right, there's a taco. Just pretend it gets in your hand. Favorite taco. Siren Silver Stash, hello. Clothes allow for concealment of weapons. Whoa. You want to see my newest weapon I got? Who wants to see this thing? If you guys like some weapons, just say in the chat right now, I like weapons, and I'm going to show you my newest one. It's actually pretty cool. I really enjoy it. I'm not sure if any of you have seen it yet. Let's see. Prince Gabriel Cruz. Hey, sir, what's up? Well, hey, sir, to you, Prince. I've never had a Prince in the chat before. It's quite an honor. Thank you. You're live all right. Hello, everyone. Hello. Yagi, what's up, brother? Brent Powell. Good evening. Good evening, Brent Powell. And Joseph Nesbitt. How you doing? Hey, I'm okay. Oh, man, I love this coin. Don't you love this coin? Whew, New Zealand had it right. I didn't get the exact one that I wanted. The one that I really, really want is a little earlier, and it has some beautiful edge writing on it. My kid has one. She will not let me have it, but I tried to offer her some good money for it, too. Won't let me have it. We have to buy one on eBay or something. I don't know. Let's see. What did I walk in on? Naked coins. Yes, naked coins, but not people. I'm wearing full-on clothes right now. It's cold outside, so some of that is seeping inside. He'll probably gain subs from a different crowd. True. I'll have an entirely different crowd coming in here putting subs down. James Smith, good afternoon, everybody. I'm still stacking. Unknown Legend says, hey, Speg, hey. And Big Slim, hello from Michigan. Hello. Hey, Michigan, how's it going? How's it going, don't you know? They say, we don't talk like that over there. That's actually Wisconsin, right? Michigan's just, I don't know what Spectacular's saying. We don't talk like that at all. Danny Edwards still buying today. Yeah, man, you got to always buy, right? Always buy when you can. Buy something. Put your money into anything but cash, because cash just seems like trash right now, doesn't it? Yikes. Oh, man. The dollar bill, at least I'm talking about dollar bills right now, not so good. I don't know about other countries' currencies. Other countries, if you're in here, speak up, but dollar is not so good right now. I like weapons. Okay, people like weapons. Cool. I see the chat a little bit later than when you're actually probably typing. Weapons, a.k.a. Freedom Sticks. This is not probably the exact weapon you might be thinking I'm going to throw in here. Silver Stacking and Training. Welcome, Silver Stacker and Training. I think we're all in training here. We're all noobs when it comes to stacking, right? Which is a good thing. We want to stack early and young and just as much as we can. So let's all be stacking noobs, because we want to stack for years and years and years. Jim Mina, what's up, buddy? Okay, I'm going to show this off. I'm going to show this thing off. Here it comes. Might be a little dust on the bottle, but don't let it fool you about what's inside, all right? Microtech Signature Series. If you know me, man, I love Microtechs quite a bit. I mean, it's just, ooh, I love them. I can't get enough of their love. I could just take this out real quick. Caution, sharp edge. Good to know. There's a sharp edge in here. Out the front weapons right here. This is how you get banned off of YouTube, is by showing these kind of weapons right here. If you're in California, just close your eyes. You close your eyes because you're not allowed to have these weapons at all. This is too... This one might actually be California compliant. I don't know. It's got a short little blade on it. But it's this little thing right here. This little tiny thing. I mean, here's my hand, and here it is. Fits kind of nice, right? Yeah. Look at this. Can I zoom in on this thing? Serial number right there, Microtech. Oh yeah, the Stormtrooper Edition. Woo-wee! Woo-wee! Have you seen these yet? These are fun. These are so cool. Ben, $100. You wish, Jim Mina. This costs way more than $100. This cute little thing right here. Let's show you how cute it is real quick. Look at that! Look at that blade right there. And the question is it sharp? Let's find out. Let's actually put it to the test. We got this sticky note right here. This is a blank sticky note. And here, this is what we're going to do. We're going to write something on here. We're going to write... Hold on, we got to write something on here. Bear with me. We got to write a message so that we can destroy it. Ooh, smell that. Whew. Okay, we gotta fan it out a little bit. This says coins suck, and we don't like that here. Not on the Spegtacular channel, right? So we got to go ahead and see if this is sharp. Whew. Cuts like a knife. Yikes! But coins suck is still quite there. I didn't actually do anything to it, so we should just go ahead and keep. Oh no! Oh no! I'm sorry. I love little knives. Little knives are cool. Anyways, all right. Oh, did you get to enjoy that? All right. Anyways, it's just fun. It's the kind of things that for guys and some gals, it brings a little smile to our face in a different way. Anyways, don't worry. I'll show some coins and I'll show some silver and gold on here too. I just wanted to connect with everybody. I didn't do enough lives towards the end of 2021. I want to kind of bring it over into 2022 and go a little bit, little heavier on the lives when I can. And I got to mix it up a little bit. Last time I did a live, I did it early in the morning. Kind of, made some people sad because they couldn't see it that early in the morning. So here's a later one. And I know now people are going to be like, I got to work tomorrow. I can't watch this. Well, I'm sorry. I try to adjust it for everybody. That's a sexy blade. Yeah, buddy, it is sexy. Bullet Core. Look at the Bullet Core with the $20 super chat. What's up, Spegtacular? What's up, buddy? Oh, man, you don't got to do those big old, huge, honking super chats, but I greatly appreciate it, for sure. You're going to help me pay my credit card bill off for that knife that I bought, right? Rockzilla says, out the front are fun. Yeah, thanks, Bullet Core. Long-time member, Mr. Bullet Core. Bullet Core, you might be approaching number, not number, but the next milestone. It's a big one. It's a doozy. Definitely hope for the best for you. I'll show you some poured silver that I made too, Bullet Core, just for your super chat here in a little bit, okay? Just bear with me. Aaron says, yeah, coins suck. No, they don't. Coins don't suck. Do you guys think coins suck? Listen, I've noticed this thing on this channel, right? I start talking about silver and gold, and I got people's attention, okay? Everybody starts to pay attention to that. But when I start talking about just coins and history, I feel like the views aren't there. So tell me right now, are you here, just in the chat, right? Are you here for coins or are you here for metals? Okay? If you're here for both, say both. I'm kind of curious. What really tickles your fancy? When your fancy's sitting right here, let's imagine this is your fancy, and whatever your fancy wants to look like, you just put your imagination to it. But if I could tickle your fancy, what is it going to be? Coins, metals, or both? I'm kind of curious. We got a lot of boths coming in. Any F pickups for the new year? What is an F pickup? Please don't be something disgusting. What is an F pickup? Let's see. Trump 2020 says both. Rufus coins, both. I love both. Okay. Coins. Not a lot of metals, actually. This is kind of weird because the views would suggest otherwise. Ian Hester, what's up, buddy? And Danny Wildman, how's it going? Danny Edwards. Rockzilla, Silver Stacker in training, likes knives. That's what I'm talking about, Ma. You're here in the right place. Oh, you want to see another one? All right, let's show you one more. One more. This used to be my everyday carry, but I've changed now to a little bit bigger of one. You know, this wasn't quite doing it. So this is one of my, this is a Ultratech, Microtech, Microsoft, not Microsoft. Bill Gates had nothing to do with these, but they're probably going to buy it one day. But this is a Ultratech from Microsoft. I want to say it again, Microtech. Yeah, man, I love it. And no, I'm not planning any kind of crazy missions out there, just going like a stab and spree or anything. It's just fun to have, man. It's cool. I do carry it, but I tell you what, you don't realize how cool it is just to carry a knife until you're carrying a knife, and you're like, you know, the wife comes over at you and she's like, hey, you know, can you cut this yarn for me? And you're like, no, I can't. Wait a minute. Yes, I can. I have a knife in my pocket. I can cut your yarn. And you just remember that, you know, you can cut yarn now. So that's me. That's all I do pretty much. That's the action this knife sees, is a lot of yarn cutting these days. What are you talking about? You made the coin guy famous. Yeah, I mean, listen, here's the thing, right? I helped expose him. He made himself famous, let's be honest. If he was a drag, if he was no fun to watch, we wouldn't watch him, right? He made himself famous. I was just the avenue that helped get him out there in the public eye. And, you know, it's good to see Coin Guy. It's good that he, you know, trusts me to do that. I think there's a lot of other coin guys out there. And unfortunately, you know, they don't have that trust in something new like YouTube. And I wish that they did, because I would definitely like to go expose them, you know. Old coins with natural luster gets me going. Let's find some natural luster for you then. Well, that was this, I mean, you saw this right here, right? Let's get some more light on it. I apologize about the lighting situation. Let's see if I can zoom it in. Hold on. Nope. That doesn't zoom it in. Let me actually try it on my phone now. All right, there we go. So that's weird when you... Pretty soon, I think that in the metaverse, right, with all the NFTs and stuff, you're going to be able to do this to your NFT, and you're going to be able to zoom in on that. You got to actually use your phone for now, though. But yeah, I think it goes this way. Let's see. Heart, no, it goes this way for sure. What are the initials there, right? These love tokens are so cool. Maybe, is it an F? Maybe an FCM or CFM? I would say CFM would be the order. I don't know. What do you think? Spectacular. My dad is sold on precious metals, but only gold. Is it worth it to try to get him to buy silver or take what I can get? So, you know, I'm a big believer of both. I really am. I think that you need both. But, I mean, he's definitely, you know, he's doing pretty well if he's got some gold in his stack, right? I mean, that's a great thing for sure. You know, does he have fractional? Because if you have fractional gold, you're kind of covering a little bit of the base that would be silver. I kind of view gold as like the dollar bills and silver as the change, and you need both when you're buying stuff, you know, unless you swipe your credit card, and that doesn't count because we're not talking about that. CFM is what people say. I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, so nice little, you know, this is pretty naturally toned, right? This is no problem. This is authentic. Yeah. I like that stuff. I like that history right there. Here's a nice one here too. Look at this. 1916 Mercury dime. Hoo-wee. Full bands found in a pile of junk. Junk coinage. I got this 1916, believe it or not. And is it worth a whole lot of money? No, absolutely not. But it's definitely cool to take history and extract it from just a pile of, you know, junk coins, and find this right here sitting there. Somebody had that in an album at some point, sold their album. The guy probably just popped it out of the album, and there it goes back into my stack. So happy to have stuff like that. Dos Pesos, best fractional gold, changed my mind. I actually just bought one yesterday, Stacking Kid, for a good price too. What'd I say, like 94 on that for a Dos Pesos? I try to get them when I can. I will say that the Dos Pesos, one of the weaknesses there is when you put them on a Sigma, sometimes you can get some funky readings. You really need that little disc that comes with the Sigma, and use that disc with it and the small little baby wand to really find those. Aaron Krause, actually be quite surprised. Roxilla, look up the arm scholar on YouTube. He started out explaining knife laws to people. Believe it or not, as far as knife laws goes, like this knife right here, I'm going to bring this one back out just for a second. Because this is crazy to me, how you can't have knives of certain types in certain places. And like this knife right here, hold on, I got to get it out before I make a mess. So this knife on my left is like not legal in California, believe it or not, and probably other states too, but I'm using California as like, an example because I know for sure it's not there. Whereas this knife is, and it has to go with the length of the blade. And so, like I think it's a 4-inch knife is kind of like their cutoff. So this right here, because it's like, kind of short and kind of fatter, and probably only 2 inches if I had to put a measurement to it. This knife right here is actually legal. This knife right here would not be legal. Kind of crazy, I mean. But then again, there's a lot of stuff not legal in California that's legal other places. And, different places have different laws. You just have to kind of go with it, I guess. Go with the flow. It is what it is. It is what it is. And what it isn't, it is what it isn't, to be honest with you. All right, let's show some more coins, though. Let's show some more coinage after I put this away. I have to put my knives away. I don't get it cut with these things. All right. Oh, gracious. Okay. Next, what else do I got? I got these. You probably know that all that writing from the old coin guy. But I like this stuff. I didn't actually pay that. I paid like a little bit less. I can't remember now. It's been a while. But those Mexican coins, man, I love them. I'm partial to old U.S. coins for sure, but then like I don't know if it's a close second or if it's like a tie right now. But old Mexican coinage. Whew. I adore it. I absolutely adore it. 23s. Even at 23, this is probably a pretty good deal. Decent amount of silver in there. So there you go. Little Cinco's Pesos. I love it. I love it so much. Nothing is legal in California. I know. I make a joke all the time about their guns over there. They said, there's a requirement that when you pull the trigger on a gun in California, it has to legally wait a whole day before it actually releases the bullet. Trump 2020, I'm sorry, just now getting back to your comment there. Spectacular. He's buying 1 ounce of gold backs and 10 ounce of normal bullion gold. He likes gold backs, huh? What? And gold backs, that's a fractional thing. So if he goes that way, I mean, it's kind of like buying silver almost, isn't it? I think you're definitely overpaying for the gold backs. No offense to the gold back company, but I think you'd be better off buying some constitutional, having a couple rolls of that. But listen, hey, I love your dad. He's buying gold, and we have to appreciate that, right? Everybody stacks differently. Everybody's a little different. Everybody has different goals. I actually got a video coming out in a couple days, and it begs the question of, are you a collector or a stacker? And I'm kind of curious what you think about that, because I actually seen somebody recently on a live show. They had this debate with themselves, trying to gauge what kind of person they were. Were they a stacker or a collector? And it took a little bit of inner thought to make them realize what they were. And I don't know, it's just a question. It's a question, and we're going to find that out. Jim Mina says that's not true about California. TX Leftridge, that guy, love a silver 5 peso. Oh, you're a man after my own heart then, I guess. I love Mexican coinage. California is not good for anything. Yikes. I would say some things about California, but I tell you what, we're getting a little bit of taste of some California stuff over here in Florida right now. The homeless population over here by me right now has exploded in these last couple years. And I noticed it trickling in, and now it's to the point where, like, I have an intersection, and there's literally somebody on every single corner holding a sign. I mean, and they're taking shifts. It's not like the same people every day. It's like I see the people on the sidelines waiting for their shift to be done, and they go scoop in and get some dollar bills. And of course, they're popped right next to a gas station, so they can go in and get their fixes. But the homeless thing, man, it's absolutely out of control. I used to work, I don't know if you know this, I used to work in a homeless shelter, and I totally disagree with a lot of stuff that goes on with homeless stuff. Like, for instance, people that give them money, that roll down their window. I know it makes you feel good, but it's really not benefiting them. They think it is, right, because they get their fix real quick, but it's not stopping the problem. It's not stopping the problem at all. Typically, they get a nice check at the beginning of the month, and they spend that check after about a week and a half, and then that's when they go out. So at the end of the month, typically you see them pretty heavily. But, it's not to talk down about homeless people. I just think that they could be useful doing other things. It's just, honestly, that's the life they choose, 99% of them. I only seen one lady, and this is a sad story. This goes well beyond coins. I'm sorry. I'm totally talking about something different here. But she came into the homeless shelter, and I felt so bad for her. She had makeup on. She's crying. You could see the, like the raccoon look, you know what I mean, where her makeup is running. And she goes, this is not me. She goes, I don't want to be here. And I'm like, yes, ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm going to get you a place to stay for the night. And she goes, I promise you, she goes, after tonight, you'll never see me again. And I never seen her again. I think that she did the right thing, and she didn't want to be homeless. She just had been down on her luck, and that happens to some people, and they need some help. But some people, that's really a lifestyle. And I've talked to, this is not something I'm making up, I've talked to homeless people that said that this is their lifestyle. And that's what they want. That's what they want out of life. They want their fixes, and then they get just enough money to get their fixes, and they're on their way. Hey, let me talk about this real quick before I show any more coins. Oh, Ronald Lutz, what's up, buddy? All right, so this right here is Mountain Grounds Silver Stacker Blend. Have you heard of this coffee? It's already open. I know it didn't get sent to me open like this. I actually opened it because I wanted to try some. And I will say it's this is probably like I would call this a medium roast. And I was a little bit kind of like, oh, geez, I like dark roast. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this. But I will say that it was pretty tasty. It had this almost like a kick at the beginning. When I first took a sip, it was a kick right at the front, right at the start. I don't know how to explain it, but boom, I was like, and as soon as it kicked me like that, I was like, I like this. It was all right. I was into it. So for a medium roast, I'm actually kind of impressed. I'm going to have the wife try some and see what she thinks about it, because she's a dark roast kind of gal too. Of course, I drink my coffee black, so I actually can taste the coffee rather than just the creamer. But anyways, this company reached out to me, and I'm not benefiting from this other than getting this one free bag of coffee, but they wanted me to let you all know about it. I do have a link down in the description of this video if you do want to pick some up. There's a coupon code. It says Spegtacular, I believe is the coupon code, and they get you 10% off if you do want it. And there's a surprise in the bag. I'm going to talk about that here in a second too. But right now, I think that they're offering kind of a freebie kind of situation too. If let's just, 3 people comment on this video and say, just say Spegtacular. And at some point I'll pick 3 people and at random, and we'll go from there. And I think they're going to send you a bag. So after this video is over, I'm not sure when you can actually comment on the live video, but yeah. It must be strong coffee, Army Goof. It must be strong coffee, because I seem to be talking a mile a minute. I feel like in my own head, I'm talking kind of fast. But anyways, here's the surprise. So they said that they put a circulated dime or a Franklin $50. I think that they said, in 20 bags, something like this. Don't quote me on this. Like 20 bags or so, you get 19 of those bags will have a dime, and then like 1 bag out of the 20 will have a Franklin half. Is what believe I've heard. So something like that. I'm sure if you go to the website, it tells you exactly what it is. But without spilling all the coffee beans, let's see what we got here. Hold on. Where's my? Did I get a coin, or did I get shammed here? Oh wait, hold on. There's something in there. Hold on. I don't want to get shammed. I get the free bag, but I got to get something out of it, right? Let's see here. What is it? Okay, a little Roosevelt dime in a bag. I like that, and that's why I guess they call it the Stacker Blend. Here we go. What is it? 1964, right on the button. I'll take that. 90% silver. Okay. You know what? I'll take that little surprise in my little coffee. So you get your coffee, you get your fix, and you get... It smells good. Smell that real quick. Smell that. Can you smell it? Yes, smells good. You get your fix, and you get your fix. You get 2 fixes at once. So yeah, just, I don't know, if you want the, if you're looking for the freebie, Spegtacular, just write in the comments after this is over or whatever, and I'll look over those at some point. If you don't want a freebie, you just want to pay for a bag and support a business that's trying to be part of the community, then there you go. I'm going to put that right there, my little winning right there. I like that. What do I like better, I wonder, the coffee or the free coin? it's Cracker Jacks. Yeah, like old school Cracker Jacks when you got, oh no, I got some coffee residue on my finger. What should I do? Just go ahead and put that right in my mouth or just wipe it on the floor? The wife will find it when she vacuums. There we go. Before I go on, believe it or not, this is some crazy information for you. Spegtacular finally got hit. I got it. I found it. It's been a while. I mean, forever. I've never actually had it before. But I did very recently, I did technically test positive for the coronavirus. So right now you hear the effects of that on me. I don't know if you can tell, but I think I'm still positive. I don't know how it works. I think the CDC says for like 5 days or so that you can still be positive afterwards now. I don't know how it works anymore. But yes, technically, I think it was like last week or so, tested positive. I can actually hear COVID. There you go. So Stacking Kid knows it is COVID. He can actually hear it on me. I will say, I don't know if you are curious about the symptoms. I'm not a vaccinated person by just about any kind of vaccine out there. And I'm not talking pro or con about vaccines. I'm not saying that you should or should not get it. I'm just telling you what I am. And I don't have the COVID vaccine. I don't have any boosters or anything like that. I didn't go backwards and go boosters first. I just didn't do any of it. And I am a younger guy, technically, I think, when it comes to this kind of thing. So I'm 38 years old, approaching 39 every single day. And the first day, when I woke up, I told my wife, I said, I don't feel right. I don't feel myself. Let's just say that. And I felt something was up, and I don't know how to explain it, but something wasn't quite right. And Aunt Fry, thank you very much for the 18 months, man. Appreciate that. Copper coin tier, that's what I'm talking about. Welcome back there. But I just felt like something was off. And I didn't know what it was, and unfortunately, I was kind of like walking around with this feeling, okay, like out in public, and probably should not have, right? But I didn't know I was sick like that. I just thought maybe I woke up wrong. I don't know. Maybe I had too much of the coffee that morning. I don't know what was going on. So I go to have a sandwich, right? We're out somewhere and I have a sandwich, and I take about 3 bites of this sandwich, and I go, yeah, I'm done eating. And when I knew I was done eating with that sandwich after 3 bites, because I'm at least a half a sandwich guy at the very least, you know what I mean? And then sometimes when the kids don't eat, I'll eat some of their sandwiches. But I was like, you know what? Something doesn't feel right. Let's go home. It's kind of weird that I only ate 3 little bits of that sandwich. And went home, had some chills, and I was like, you know what? Let's get as many blankets as we can on me. And I had about 6 blankets on me laying on the couch. And I think I slept for about an hour and a half. I felt like I just needed to sleep a little bit. Slept for about an hour and a half. Woke up and still cold under those 6 blankets. So I was like, okay, well, definitely not doing so good. And then I'm like, hey, can you get the thermometer? Let's see what the old temperature is real quick. And I was at about 101.5. So that's when everything hit me. I'm like, okay, a little weird. And did I have a headache? A little bit. Like my eyes kind of hurt, but I do wear glasses, and so I'm used to headaches anyways. And it wasn't such a bad headache where I was like, oh my goodness, I got to take some like a leave or something. Usually I'm kind of a wuss when it comes to headaches, and I'm like, give me the Aleve, I need to have some pills. But this wasn't so bad to where I felt like I needed anything. I'm like, you know what, I'll just shrug that off. That'll be okay. But the fever, was annoying, of course, and I felt tired, but not tired enough that I wanted to sleep. But I knew that I needed to sleep, so I made myself sleep, if that makes sense. But yeah, I just kind of, and then I had like the worst part for me is I wasn't eating. I didn't feel like eating, didn't feel like drinking, but I was making myself eat like little tiny oyster crackers because I knew I needed it. And I was making myself take little sips of water because I knew that I needed it, right? I wasn't going to try to neglect my body. Even though I didn't want it, I was like, I know this needs to go in. So I'm just going to throw coins out while I'm talking about this stuff. But so sitting there on the couch, and I had this nausea feeling, right? And I'm like, no matter how I sat, I was like, I think I might be puking here. And I didn't feel like doing that because I knew my body, and my body says when I get dehydrated and it's like pukey time, like I might be passing out, and I don't want to be passing out. So, this is all day one, by the way. This is like one day kind of thing. So we had these little pills that they gave to my kids, and I know you shouldn't be taking pills from somebody else, but these things work. And they just kind of take the nausea feeling away. And I popped one of those pills, and then after, I think, 8 hours, I got another one of those. And that took care of that problem. And from there, I'm just like, well, I feel tired. I have a little bit of an eye ache and some fatigue, but I didn't really feel like sleeping, even though I'm trying to make myself. And fever. Next day, fever came down real good. Felt, better, moved around, did things that I, around the house. I didn't go anywhere, I promise. But just, felt better for the most part in just about every way. I will say that for about 3 days afterwards, a little dizzy feeling. And apparently, and I looked this up because I was like, oh, geez, what do I got? Some kind of long-term COVID effect now? What's going on here? Apparently, you can feel dizzy from a viral infection for some time afterwards. So that's pretty much gone now. And I would say that sometimes after laying down, I have a little bit of a cough. But you can hear in my voice, I don't think that I am talking slower. I don't have foggy brain or anything like that. I think I made a pretty good recovery. The kids and the wife ended up getting it. And I think the wife suffered the least. She was like sitting on the couch for like half a day. And then she was just she's like, I got to do things. Even though I offered to do things, she's like, I got things I got to do. So she didn't have time to be sick. And the kids were, down and looking rough for maybe half of a day. And then they were up playing, quite, crazily pretty soon after that with no ill effects. So luckily I didn't go through anything real bad. And that's all I can say. Exercise. I really don't feel like exercising, Graham, right now, to be honest with you. I feel like I get out of breath almost a little bit quicker than normal right now. I'm still kind of into this thing a little bit, and I'm just kind of just trying to take it real easy. Doing a little extra on the napping and stuff. All the stuff that I love doing, like taking naps, I'm doing that right now. I did take some vitamin C, drink some grapefruit juice, and what else did I do? Some zinc pills. I don't know if any of that stuff worked, but I was like, hey, can't hurt, right? Just take stuff. And I don't know. I feel pretty good right now. I feel pretty good. Am I so contagious? I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works. I don't know. Walking. Yes, I do like to do walking, Graham. I'm a big fan of walking, and I believe that, maybe going to a park and getting some fresh air is probably actually really good. Are the kids under 10 years old? Yes. Both kids are under 10, and they just snapped out of it real quick. Anything to boost the immune system naturally. Yeah. Listen, I'm not a drinker. I'm not a smoker. I don't do things that really compromise my immune system anyways. I don't put a lot of weird stuff into my body, except for maybe some fast food once in a while. Probably not the best thing for you. But I don't know. I think I fought it off pretty good, as good as I could. The wife is claiming now, after a few days, that she can't taste anything, which I didn't know was really a thing with the Omicron. I thought that was the other stuff, the original, the OG and Delta. She says that she can't really, and she says it's just weird. But other than that kind of effect, I have nothing. I didn't lose smell or taste or anything yet. Feel pretty good. I had some hamburger helper tonight. Tasted great. Sorry to the wife that can't taste anything. But it's really weird. And, I'm telling you this. I'm telling you that I don't take the vaccine. I'm telling you that I got well pretty quickly. Not to, show off or anything like that. Let's just say that right now. I don't want to make light of this thing. For my situation, it's definitely different than other people's, right? Some people I know only lost their smell. Some people I know actually recently reached out to me, said that their wife was close 3 times to passing because of it. So it's hitting everybody differently. It really does seem like the older crowd gets it the worst. It really does seem that way. And it really makes you wonder, man, is this a manufactured thing? I don't really know for sure, but it does seem quite crazy. This is the one that I was given right here. This is the 40,000 subscriber freebie. So thank you again to George for hooking me up with that. But man, I think the best thing that anybody can do is what they think is best for them. And that's what people need to focus on. Whatever you think is going to work for you and your family, then do that. Take your own advice, right? And and just, you know your body. Like I said with me several times, I knew that when I get dehydrated and I start throwing up, I'm going to pass out. I've done it before. So I already know my body's history. And you are the best to know yourself. I've gone to the doctor a few times, and they always say, so, what's going on with you? Like, what do you think I should do? What do you think you need? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, like, aren't you the doctor? But they're right. They know that we know ourselves, and we know what we need for the most part. Some people are like, oh, geez, I need some Percocets, quick. No, but, you know yourself the best. Just take care of yourself. Do what's best for you. And I think that you're going to be hopefully okay. Hopefully okay. That's a big rant about COVID right there. How do you know you had Omicron? I don't actually. So I guess when they test, they don't actually go, boom, that was Omicron. It's according to my test, it just says positive COVID-19 and some other little digits over there. I don't know what everything is. So was it Omicron? I guess I can't say for 100% sure. I just got over it for the second time, James Smith. Darn, man. Darn. Well, this is the first I've had of it from the whole thing, and I've been around it a lot. Let's just say that. Ronald Lutz says, me and the wife both have it right now. Oh, Ronald, no. I am just restless. Oh, that's how's the wife dealing with it? Text me sometime. Let me know how everything's going. I feel bad for you because I know a few people around me locally are dealing with it, and for the most part, they're dealing with it pretty okay. Sorry, man. Sorry. They say THC helps. Maybe, Josh. You use that, okay? I'm just going to use the old tried and true method of taking a nap or two here and there. Like I said, I seem to be talking pretty good, right? I was actually kind of worried about going live because I was like, oh, man, am I going to be able to do this? But here we go. It didn't work for Meatloaf. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Meatloaf. Poor guy, rest in peace for sure. He could do anything for love, but he won't do that. For sure. I think that whether or not he did or did not get vaccinated, it's kind of like a private thing. They would lean towards that he didn't get vaccinated, but then you got an older guy too. So is it the best bet? I don't know. I know a lot of people that have got the vaccine that did get COVID, and they seem like they're pretty bad. Somebody in our community, actually, one of our stacking brethren, prayers go out to him for sure. And I don't want to say who it is, but they didn't give me permission to do this, but they got the vaccine and 2 booster shots. And apparently they were in the hospital for the last, I'd like to say it was 16 days or 21 days. And he just got released today. So prayers and thoughts go out to him and his family for sure. But he had it pretty bad, man. Pretty bad. And had all the boosters and stuff. They said 5 days and 5 days and 5 days. 5 days and 5 days. What do you mean by that? 5 days to recover and 5 days. What else? I haven't got COVID yet, and I spend a lot of time at hospitals and nursing homes. Maybe you have the immunity. I mean, I kind of thought that I did there for a little bit too until this little one day of it. Specs popping perks now. Funny story, Stacking Kid. If you really want to know about my perk situation, I had kidney stones back in the day, and I attribute it to drinking a lot of grapefruit juice. Apparently, grapefruit juice can potentially, if you take a lot of it, you can develop kidney stones. So I had a kidney stone develop, and I tell you what, that was a pain unlike anything else. I will take COVID the whole week rather than a half a day of the kidney stone thing. But went to the doctor. He said, yep, kidney stone. He goes, I'm going to prescribe you Percocets. And I said, no, you are not. And he goes, please, just go get them in case you need them. They'll be right there. And I said, I'm not taking them, Doc. I said, I'll take some leave if I need it. But I said, I'm just going to have to get through that pain because I'm not going to get on any kind of hardcore stuff. I'm not going to do it. And I walked out of there without taking that prescription. So I don't believe in the hardcore stuff. And, amen to you if you can get on there and get off. I pray to you for that. But not for me. I just, I don't trust it. Certain antihistamines work, plus some chemical in milk. Check it out. Florida doc has patented this combo. I do drink milk like crazy. I'm a milk kind of guy. Glad you made it through okay. Thank you, Jay Parker, Silver Stacker. But, again, some of our brethren out there, and I'm not at liberty to say names, but right now suffering, you know what I mean? So, again, I'm not trying to make light of my situation. I'm just telling you exactly what happened. And some of those people out there, man, they really need your thoughts and prayers. If let's just say this, without saying too much, if you see some channels or some people in the community that usually you see commented a lot, and they're not commenting right now, hit them up on a little reply comment. Just say, hey, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. That would be probably something that they would enjoy. Is Bullet Core still in here? Bullet Core, if you're still in here, say something, please. Let's see, what else am I missing in the chat? I'm sorry, I'm kind of going on a rant here. HT Dyna, what's the difference between COVID and Omicron? Well, they're both COVID, right? But supposedly Omicron was a little bit more relaxed, and I've seen a lot of people with Omicron, or well, what I assume is Omicron, because of this time of year they're getting it, and it seems pretty relaxed. But then you have some people that say that's not the case. So again, your mileage may vary with this thing. I'll be honest, and I'm try to be an honest guy. I try to speak my mind. I was actually, this is going to sound weird. I was actually asking for COVID. I was like, I'm kind of curious. Let me know what it's like. I want to see what the big deal is. And I got my wish. I tell you what. Was it that bad? No, luckily, probably shouldn't have asked for something, because you tend to ask for something and you receive it, and there I go. So I got what I wanted. Probably could have went my whole life without getting it. It's not something I would wish on people for, it's not fun. It's not like I enjoyed myself that one day, but for me at least, it wasn't horrible. Why get tested? Then you're entering into the system. So I'm in a place, Jim Mina, where I'm around a lot of people for work purposes, and it doesn't make sense to get them sick. And if I get tested, then it kind of like gives me permission to be sick at home and not go to a doctor and say I'm not allowed to go to work, things like that, and just spread it more, you know what I mean? Because whether it's COVID or a cold or anything like that you can spread, I'm a firm believer. If you're sick, man, stay at home. Like, just stay at home. One thing that drives me crazy is because, I've got kids. I go to public playgrounds, and I see that kid with a runny nose and coughing and sneezing, and I know exactly what happened. That mom, was so sad because that kid was in the house for 2 or 3 days sick, and they couldn't leave and go play. And so as soon as they could, they'd put them out into this little playground to play with other kids, which inevitably gets my kid sick, and then your kid's sick, and it gets us sick. It's better just to kind of like lay low with any kind of sickness. And I've been a fan of that for my whole life. If I'm sick, I'm staying at home with anything beyond this COVID new stuff. Just to let me be sick and not everybody else, Big fan of washing my hands, you know what I mean? Not, touching everything that everybody else has got to touch. So that's why, Jim Mina, try to not get everybody else around me sick. Bullet Core, thank you, man, for being a 12-month member. Can you do this for me? Can you be a moderator for this channel? I could use a couple more moderators here and there. And don't get excited, everybody, because everybody's going to be like, I'll be a moderator. Let's see. Even Bigger says, or Al says, kidney stones is like giving birth through your... Yes. Supposedly it's like giving birth for a male. Rumor has it. So I actually did some home remedies on that one. So I had the pain going through my back down the ureters, and that was a party, I tell you what. But then a little home remedy was olive oil, apple cider vinegar, and what other concoction did I throw in there? I was throwing all kinds of stuff together, and that helped a lot. That really helped a lot. So, yeah. Oh, great. Bullet Core is going crazy already. Look at that. He knows what he's doing. He's a good moderator, right? Anyways, there are a few I haven't seen in a while. Yeah, Silver Stacker Rockstar. So, or Stacking Rockstar, excuse me. Just reach out to those people, man. If you haven't seen some members out here, because we're a community, we need to stick together for sure. I know I'm kind of neglecting the coins, but now I'm on a rant. I love this thing. Do you keep the prices on your slabs when you have them there? First of all, if I don't keep the price, I got some residue that I gotta get off, some sticker residue. But if I keep the price, I kind of have like a little bit of a history of what I paid for the thing, and I do enjoy that. Unfortunately, I never actually pay the sticker price. And I say unfortunately, that's a bad thing. It's actually a great thing. But I usually pay under that, but that kind of gives me at least a little bit of a guideline of what I paid. Kind of curious if you guys do that or not. Should I buy $30 face value and 40% right now? That's your journey, brother. I don't particularly enjoy 40%. Some people on this channel really enjoy it. They like war nickels too. I'm not the biggest fan. I guess I'm chopped liver. Actually, Jimmy, can you help me out too, buddy? I would appreciate that since you guys have been with me for a long time. I've been meaning to do that for the people that are like 12-month members to try to give them a little bit of a bonus, which is helping me too. And Mrs. Coin Crew, you want to help out too? I know you haven't been here for 12 months yet, but I'm sure you're on track. There we go. Some of these coins came from Coin Guy. Yes, this came from Coin Guy. He actually had that at a coin show, and I've actually always wanted that Leif Erikson coin, and I thought it was kind of just a neat coin. Not a big fan of the modern commemoratives, but I thought, you know what, Leif Erikson was actually pretty cool, and then he sold me this one too at a coin show. This is the old mint, and the reason why I like this one was because of this. It actually has the Morgan dollar reverse on it, and I thought, what a cool thing to do is get this coin right here. We can see a really good look at what the Morgan dollar could have looked like. And I tell you what, this reverse right here, this Morgan dollar reverse, this is a beautiful looking coin. Why the 2021s didn't just do this rather than that matte finish they did, hopefully here in 2022 when they put out more of the Morgan dollars, they look a little bit more spectacular. But I love that reverse right there. Let's see, copper coin tier. Whoop whoop, thank you. Appreciate that. I like how you can do those little things now. You just put little words and stuff in there. I greatly love that. 40% now, go for 90%. See, I'm a bigger fan of the 90% too, HT. I think like you got bullet core. Go ahead, listen. If you're one of the people that like 40% war nickels, if you like 40% coins and war nickels and you're actively buying them, press 1 in the chat. Just one. Just press number 1 in the chat if you are a 40% lover and a war nickel lover. Now listen, personally, if I find war nickels, if I find 40% when I'm coin roll hunting, I'm not like, ew, disgusting, throw them away or put them back in the box. No, those are wins. I got those. Those are mine now, you know. But I'm not actively going and buying that stuff. I think there's just a better option. Jamina says remove the stickers. No way, man, because look, especially if it's like over here in the corner, you know, then you kind of know what you paid. MS62 proof-like. I like the proof-like stuff. And the deep mirror too, of course. Look at that. Double lightsaber action. I love it. Woo! Yikes. Buy those Morgan dollars, man. Buy those Morgan dollars. One only war nickels. You only buy war nickels. Well, listen, you're the stacking kid, I guess. You know what I mean? You gotta buy what you can. Phil T, good day, Speg. I use Excel spreadsheets to know when, where, and how much I pay for sell items for. Saves me time and guesswork. That's a really good thing, too. And that really sets you up for success when you go into actually selling your collection. If you are going to have a table at a show one day or something, that's a really good way to have a spreadsheet available to go, boom, I know what I paid for that. I know what I need to try to get for it or what it's, valued at and what would make me, keep my finances strong. So it's actually a really smart idea, Phil. Unfortunately, I never started that, and now I'm a little bit behind that curve. For sure, I can start it now, but it's something that's a good idea for sure. Keep the sticker, says Tree Climber, my dog. Sterling Cannabis. 1, I love war nickels. All right, Sterling Cannabis. Well, you have your war nickels, sir. And like I said, I'm going to keep the ones I got, but I'm not actively going out there and buying more. But then again, 90% has become so unbelievably high priced that I've been slowing down on that stuff too. I cannot believe how 90% has increased in price. I remember how I used to, if you watch the channel for a long time, that was one of my big go-tos, is 90% coinage of all kinds, even Morgan dollars, peace dollars. And I said, man, you paid just a little bit over spot for these things. It's like the best kept secret. Unfortunately, I didn't keep the secret. I kind of posted it all over the internet. And now it's to the point where it's actually cheaper just to buy silver rounds. I mean, and I never thought that was going to happen. It's kind of wild. Kind of wild. Good choices. Those are beautiful. Oh, hi, new here. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. I like the new people, for sure. I have a few Morgans, says Brian Hooper. I have a few Morgans, too. I don't know if you've seen my collection before. I have some older videos of those, but I definitely love the Morgans. What is this? Why are you backwards? I'll tell you what's really increased in price, too. these sons of guns right here. Look at what I paid. I think I paid a little bit less than that at the time, a little less than the sticker price on this. And this was only a couple years ago, a few years ago now. These right now, just to get a junky one that's not graded, just out of the holder, like, you know, I say junky, but, you know, just let's just say one that's not in MS condition, like an AU or, you know, that's not junky. I'm sorry that I said that. But, you know, one that's not the greatest condition, let's say that. You're talking like $1,200 something. That's, where did that price come from? That's craziness. These are very expensive right now. If you have those in your collection, man, just keep holding them. Keep holding them. What did I miss here? Sorry if I'm slowing down on talking and stuff, guys. I've got the Rona. I've got the Rona right now. So, good choice. Those are beautiful. Been stacking 90%. Silver, dollar, mint sets. Found quite a few for 25, 28. Some more, none less. What's up with that OG green PCGS? Here? Where did I get that from? Did I get that from Atlanta, Georgia? I forget where I bought that from. It might have been from Coin Guy too. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know. I seen that and I thought it was kind of nice. I would say that this one's kind of graded the right way. MS64. Would you agree? Look it over. Tell me what you think. You think MS64? You think less? You think more? I would say that's a fair grade. It actually looks kind of nice. You know, it has some typical bag marks on it over here in the fields. Maybe a little bit to the face right here for sure. Nothing you wouldn't normally see. A little spotting over here, scratches over here to the right side field. Looks pretty nice. The reverse is definitely nice. It's a super reverse, but then typically a lot of times these Morgans do have a nicer reverse, it seems, than the obverse with all the bag marks on the cheeks and got maybe some scratching here. Looks good, MS64. I agree, Brian. I agree. Looks like it was graded the right way. I like it. Maybe a little bit more scratching here, but, you know, I'm pointing out the flaws, but this is still a really nice coin. Really nice. And I forget what I paid, you know. I just wish these old holders would not rotate your coin, because you can sit there literally go like this enough, and it will rotate the coin all the way around. So silly. What did I miss? Let's see. I love Pre-33. Me too, man. You know, and that's another one of those things where I recommended the heck out of Pre-33. In fact, I made a video saying the best gold you can possibly buy in Pre-33, especially like old St. Gaudens Double Eagles, was my number one pick after making those decisions. I got a lot of flack for that video. A lot of people saying, oh, you're totally wrong. It's 1 ounce gold, you know, pure gold, blah, blah, blah. But I tell you what, man, Saints and any Pre-33 right now has been killing it. People have been doing very well, whereas, you know, gold bullion typically is just following that gold price. So there's a lot of value in history and collectibles, and it's something that people like overlook that just stick only to bullion, which is why it's nice to be both, right? It's both a collector and a stacker. It's both is good. Jack, I've been watching for 7 to 8 months, but this is the first, what does he say? Hold on, I gotta scroll back up. First I've been able to attend live. Oh, okay, Jack. Well, listen, happy to have you. I've been neglecting the live, and as you can hear in my voice, I'm kind of slowed down a little bit because of the COVID-19. Definitely got me. I get to use that as an excuse now for like a lot of things, apparently. If I start like slacking at work, I'll be like, hey, I had COVID. What do you want me to do? You know? And the people just have to nod and go, oh, yeah, you're right. You had COVID. Nothing we can say to you now. Luckily, I didn't get that, what is it, the foggy brain, the COVID brain I've heard things about. I think Coin Guy was telling me about that, because he had a real bad, and again, your mileage may vary. Coin Guy almost died from this thing. And, you know, man, the double pneumonia thing that people were getting is no joke. Very scary. So luckily I didn't get all that stuff. Prayed. I did a lot of praying. I will admit to that, if you want the truth. I had my family, they prayed for me on day one when I was sick. And when they were sick, we stood around and prayed for them. And we just threw prayers out there. And it worked real good. Prayers are awesome. So if you need some prayers from me and you're suffering from COVID, you let me know, and I'll throw you in there. And your family, too. It's cool. Reach out to anybody that needs a prayer. Why didn't you bring along your sugar mama? She's nowhere to be seen. Who's my sugar mama? I don't think I have a sugar mama. I just have a regular wife. And I say regular wife as if that's a bad thing. But she's a real good wife. She's good. Not just because she's probably listening to me through the door right now. You know, she's good anyways. She's a good woman. Because she puts up with me, and it's hard to do. Let's see. One man's junk is another man's treasure. That's right, Ken D. And luckily, that's why we have war nickels, because it's junk and I can give them to you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. If you missed the beginning of the stream, then you know about this right here. But I do not think coins suck. I just think that when you say coins suck, you get this right here. You get this business. So go back and watch that fun little part. And don't forget your free coffee. Make sure you get that free stuff. And again, if you watch just now, you might miss that information, but it was earlier in the video, how to get yourself some free coffee. Make sure you do that if you want to support a business, and support them for sure. I think it was good coffee. And I don't, like I said, I don't benefit from saying that. I don't, they're not giving me like a particular number or anything like that. If I sell a certain amount for them, it's nothing like that. I get $0 and 0 cents. I get nothing. I don't get any kind of special hookup. I got the free bag just to show you guys, and that was it. It's actually pretty good coffee. Oh, you know what we should do? Show some pores off. We haven't done that. Let's see. HD Dinah's, she's out for the night. Good night. Numismatic and bullion value versus pre-33. Speculator, here the stock market analysis. And have you seen the S&P 600, 500, right? The PE ratio is dropping faster than insert phrase. Stock analysis is just like everything else right now. I think people are selling because there's some concern going on. But we saw the stock market today. It dropped down significantly. I think the Dow was down, 600 points at one point? And then all of a sudden it recovered quite a bit. I had... I'm big on Carnival Cruise, and I've been holding that for a while, and I've made good money on that, actually, very good. But I keep holding it like a weirdo. I'm actually long term into it now, but that was suffering. All the cruise lines were getting hit hard the last couple days, and I was like, oh, I guess I should have sold, but now here I am. And then they made it like a full recovery. Listen, it's crazy. Bitcoin actually came up a little bit today too, which was interesting. What should you buy? I think that you just listen. If there's a good company out there, buy the big companies like the big boys always do. Tesla actually looks pretty decent right now. It came in under 1,000. I think it's still hanging out there. Tesla might be an okay buy. I'm also involved in that Rivian. I think it's Rivian actually, which it seems like a really neat new product. If you haven't watched that video on that company with the car. And it's like a camping car. It's like really cool. That's pretty cool. There's so many good ones out there. No S&P 600 small caps. If this is what I always recommend, and I've recommended this to a lot of people. If there's a product that you use and it's involved in something that you think could benefit other people, but you definitely use it and you like it, and there's I don't know what, I don't have any examples right here in front of me, but let's just imagine that this stapler, this is just the best stapler, right? And the company that makes it, man, they seem friendly enough, and man, it's just a good product, this little stapler. It's small, it's compact, you can put it in your pocket if you want to. You can pinch your little fingers if you're into that kind of weird stuff. Whatever you want to do, it is made in China, so don't look at that right there, it's made in China. But beyond it made in China, let's imagine this is a U.S. company, and this is just a great stapler. Buy into that company because you use the stapler, you love it. There's a reason why at least you like it, right? So typically, if you like it, somebody else is going to like it. Buy into that. I don't want to say that one company, you should invest in this one or that one or this one or that one. Different ones for different reasons, for sure. One of the last companies that I made money on was that last mining stock, the GLDG. That one actually did really well for me. I mean, really well. And, the mining stocks, people typically take a big, negative turn on. They say, like, oh, it's just a scam, blah, blah, blah. And, hey, listen, to each their own. If you don't like them, I understand. I did really well on that. Really well. Some of the silver and gold that you've probably seen lately was because I did well on it. And, yeah, there you go. Buy what you like, and that works in stock too, you know what I mean? But don't just buy carelessly. Don't buy things that nobody's going to like and nobody knows about. Buy a little bit of everything that is actually good. No COVID here, but always willing to accept prayers because I am flawed just a little. We're all flawed, right? What was I going to do? Oh, did you guys buy this before I get into the pores? Did you guys buy this? If you did buy this right here, bravo to you. I think it's actually a cool piece. Let me zoom in a little bit. Hold on. There we go. From the Intaglio Mint. And this was the members only piece. I went ahead and put it into an airtight. You don't get the airtight with it. So limited mintage. Somebody said, like, hey, the only flaw is that it doesn't actually say 999 or 1 ounce or anything like that. But I don't know if we can zoom in to that degree. We're going to try. But here in tiny little bubbles, it actually does say 1 troy ounce, 999. You can sort of see it right there. See, 1 troy ounce. Can you see that? 999, fine, silver. And then on the top part, in the little bubbles, it says 500 tokens minted. So kind of cool. Kind of a neat little piece. 2022 membership token. And it's the first year they're doing it here in 2022. And if you didn't hear about this, Intaglio Mint actually was very surprised by you all that ended up buying one of these things. I made the video, of course, but you are the buyers. And they reached out to me the next day and they're like, dude, I cannot believe so many of these things sold. They said, I had my cup of coffee and I looked at my new orders and there was like 150 orders just in one day. And I'm like, hey, that's the power of the Spegtacular channel, man. The people, they know what they like. And, I show you stuff once in a while, but you know if you like it or not. And you chose to like this one, and you chose to really help out what I think is a good company. Intaglio Mint does put out some really nice pieces. And I think this is going to be a fun little membership thing for you and I that participated. If you didn't participate, then maybe next time. But I think it's going to be cool. I hope it's going to be cool. That's all I said to him. I said, listen, I don't want anything from you. It's not like that. I said, all I want is to see really nice products out there for me and the people that trusted you enough to get into the membership. And so, yeah, hopefully we get some cool pieces, because that's what I'm looking forward to. Let's see. I think there's some money to be made in small caps. Average PE ratios at 13, much lower than the S&P 500 at 21, which is the opposite of what it is normally. Hey, man, if you think that it's something that you want to get into, do your research, of course, and get into it, That's the biggest thing is get into the research. When I post something about a stock or anything or gold or silver, whatever, don't just go like, oh, Spegtacular said it, I got to go ahead and buy it. Do a little research on your own. If you then agree at that point, then keep going. Don't just trust any one person's word for it, though. Because I tell you what, that'll be your worst investment mistake ever, is trusting somebody without doing research. And we've all done it, let's be honest. Army Goof got one. Nice. What do you do for a living? A little import, a little export. I don't ever tell you what I do, actually. You can guess all you'd like to, and that's fine with me. But a new subscriber. Hey, how's it going? Welcome. I only use Max Stapler because it smashes staples flat. Nice. Max Stapler. These are some of the pours I made. Listen, I don't know what's going on, but it might be because it's cold out. Some of these actually didn't come out very well at all. Like these right here are going right back to the schmelter. The old schmelter with a SH schmelter. But yeah, man. The printing actually was really crisp on these. It's just they ended up cracking on the other side. I don't know if it's because it was so cold out or what. But now I'm doing for 2022, all the new pieces will have a 22 on them. So just an FYI. But you can see the cracking that happened when I bent it. So this goes back out to the smelter. This is not going to be for sale. It's unfortunate, too, because the printing or the stamping came out real nice. Unfortunate. That's all right. It'll melt good. Do you buy any other coins from them or have any? Yes, I do have other Intaglio Mint pieces for sure. They're really nice. And typically they've been going up in price kind of good, too. Fan for Coins got one. Nice. Bullet Core got one. Awesome. Bullet Core, I knew you were on the fence a little bit, right? I use sleeves on my slabs now. Keeps them from scratching. There you go. Okay. You know what you do. You know what you're doing. I like it. Bubba Silver just picked up 3 of the Ghana Alien coins. Aren't those the really expensive ones? Like the $500 ones? Am I wrong? Am I thinking about something different? Paul Richards harasses Speg for a living. Yes, you do. Sterling Cannabis Speg does wet work. Just saying, duck. Jeez. Make me one. I've been asking. LOL. Let me show you some of these new ones I got. Does the lighting work over here? Let's see here. Some little skull pieces right here. I love my skulls. I feel like when you're making poured silver, because it's kind of like it feels just piratey. You know what I mean? You gotta have some skull and crossbones once in a while. I like that. Little skulls. They come out pretty good on there. And then when I did some light skulls here, and the toning actually came out really good on that area with the light skulls. And that actually kind of looks kind of neat. No? little bit kind of cool. No, you guys aren't into it. You guys are like, oh, I'm out. There's no coins. We're just doing poured silver. I'm out. I thought it was neat. Little hammering. I like the hammering. A lot of people don't do the hammering because it just takes a lot of time. I'll tell you what. I spend a lot of time on my poured silver because I do like the extra things, like the hammering on the edges. It takes so much time, but it's so much better looking, I think, than just plain edges. Personally, I think. I don't know. I'll send the silver. I like the dome pasties. You do have dome pasties. That's funny. This came out okay. This little, and again, I put the 22 on there. 21 grammer, so a little bit smaller of a 2 on it. Some different colors. All right, so let's see. Did I reconnect? I think I have some lag going on. Am I back? We're running for a long time. What did I miss in the chat here? The token is sweet. Oh, you're sweet, Paul. Thank you. Yeah, I bought it, but it doesn't say 1 troy ounce. What doesn't say 1 troy ounce? That token? The token does say 1 troy ounce. You got to look in the little tiny bubbles around it. Pat, what's up, Pat? How's it going? I like when you melted the stickers of those coins. Yeah, man, we got to stop buying stickerized pieces, don't we? Let's see. Back. Okay, I'm back. Air. I'm heading off to bed. Have a good one, Speg. All right, man. You too, Stacking Kid. Thanks for coming by. Blue's here. Hey, Blue. And let's see. Sterling. Yep, you're back. Okay. Yeah, the wife is probably like, hey, it's my turn to use the internet. So do a couple more of these little pieces just to show them off. And this had some interesting toning that only one area kind of got that pink tone to it, and the rest has almost like a light bluish hue. And there you go. Some pinks and blues and purples. 1.8. Everything's stamped with the 22 now. That's all in the year 22. But again, the hammering takes forever. But it's so cool. It's like a crystal. I don't know. I love it. I love it. What is this one? Oh, look at this one. This one kind of... So I used my smaller stamp right here so I wouldn't ruin the whole ordeal there with all the drip. But look at that thing. Look how that came out. Isn't that wild? I love how silver just surprises you sometimes. And it just melts. And it freezes like that. And everybody can see exactly when it froze. Some kind of cool stamping here. Came out all right. Not too bad. 3.6 ounces on that one. And hammered the bottom. Which actually... This is a fun story to talk to you about how I had to do this one right here. So typically I use an anvil and I stamp everything on the anvil, right? But now if I was to actually use the anvil and put it down this way and start hitting the back of this thing, what would happen is these right here, you'd see little marks and stuff, and it would probably flatten it out in certain areas, and it would ruin a lot of the lines, and it would just wouldn't make it look good. Excuse me, that was COVID right there talking. But it wouldn't make it look good. And so what I actually had to do, believe it or not, is use my leg. I actually put it onto the meat of my leg and hammered this on my leg so that I wouldn't lose the ripples. Kind of crazy. So I used my body. And did it hurt? Yes, it hurt. For sure. I passed because I didn't see the 1 ounce on the member one. It's on there. I just showed it off just now. It's on there. It's very small though, but it is there. It exists. What is this one? Another little skull piece. Kind of cool. Again, little piratey pieces. I like that. 2022. This is a tiny little piece. This is a 0.9 ounce. So not quite a whole ounce. I didn't go gram on this. I just decided to go 0.9 ounce. It's got some neat colors. Just a little tiny piece. Little cutesies. This came out with some nice coloring. Look at that. Shoo. I love that. What's this? 4.2 ounces? Just showing off some of these pieces. And this right here is interesting because I don't normally do this. I normally save the ripples, but instead I hammered down part of the ripples. And I don't know why, but it looks hypnotizing that way. How just part of it got hammered. Yeah, man. I don't know. I like that. Anyways, I'm sorry. I got mesmerized. Got a little mesmerized and sidetracked. Another tiny little piece. Just showing these off real quick, and then we'll get back to something else. Oh, this was pretty cool. 27 grams, and it's got the hidden skulls on there. Oh, yeah. I like it. Look at the colors. Hoo-wee. How do you get the toning beautiful? Are you saying, how do you get the toning question mark, and then you're calling me beautiful? And if you're calling me beautiful, thank you very much, Fan for Coins. I greatly appreciate it. It's all about sulfur and just how you manipulate the sulfur, how much you use, the heat you add with the sulfur. That's what causes tonings to our coins and, everything is sulfur just in the air, or if you wrap, let's say, coins in paper and there's sulfur that leaches out from that paper, or whatever the case may be, wood, etc., then you get toning. You get that effect. So it's just, sometimes it's luck of the draw too. Sometimes when you do it, you kind of have an idea of how it's going to tone, but you never know exactly. And it just depends on how many seconds you leave it in the water, or how many, seconds you leave it exposed to the air, or whatever, amount, if you have a large amount of it, the heat that you use with it. It's hard to give you an exact, this is how it happens, but it's definitely all based off of sulfur. There's a cute little one right here. Normally I try to bend my stars, but this one I was like, you know what? Let's make one with the tiny little symbol right there and do a little hammered effect. Bada bang. I don't have any of these. I actually tried to list them on my website, but I tell you what, that stinking website is not working out really well. If anybody wants one of those or whatever, you can reach out to me. You know how to get in contact. Spegtacular@yahoo.com. Anyways. What do we got here? What's everybody saying? Paul Richard says it's there, small. Right, it's there. It is small on the token. Pouring is fun, that is for sure. Sterling Cannabis pours. He knows. He mostly pours cannabis, and that's it. EMR Coins. Good evening, folks. Good evening to you. Anybody else that didn't say hi, that you're just sitting here being a creep and watching, please feel free to just, in the chat, just say, hey, how's it going? I'd love to see that you said something, just, for fun. Are you selling anything today? If you want anything today, these right here, I'm not selling. I'm probably just going to go ahead and put these back to the kiln. If you want one of these mess ups, you can reach out to me. I'll get you a good deal on them, but I really would rather just melt them and start over. I think that they would do better with a little remelting, But everything else, if I don't put them on the website, I can probably do 45 an ounce on anything right over there. But once they go on the website, there'll be more. That's just the website was screwing up today. And I even told the person that recommended me that website, I was like, dude, this thing has been like the worst decision ever to make that website, because it is so unbelievably slow. And it suffers from that really cool thing when you're trying to contact the customer service and you're like, hey, I got a problem. And you see that little bot thing going like, hey, please, put your message in here. We'd really like to hear from you, but we're not actual people. We're just bots. And you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. I have a problem with the website. And they're like, please ask the question again. We really don't understand, because we're not people. We're bots, and we don't understand what you're talking about. So I was like, wow, okay, this is a waste of time, and I gave up. So that's as far as I went today on that stinking website. Let me see. As long as you're having fun doing it, that's right. Does anybody want to talk about anything before I get going here? Because, I feel like I've just been talking about me. I want to talk about you all. Try using a firm rubber block, Speg. It'll save your leg. Yeah, listen. If I bought a firm rubber block, I probably would have used it. But I did just use my leg this time. And I tell you what, the leg thing was actually pretty good. Now, I can see my logo in my leg even to this day. But it's almost like a tattoo, right? But like a non-permanent, I hope, tattoo is my logo. So one day the doctor's going to have a look at my leg, and he's going to be like, hey, I always thought you were spectacular. And I'd be like, I was. I was. Fart in a jar toning. That would probably work, Sterling, believe it or not. That might actually be something that works. Some people might actually make toning that way with coins. You don't know. You don't know. What else do I got to show off? Oh, I got this one old port. I've kind of just kept this locked away. This is a really nice one. This is one of those ones where I just want to keep, but I've been just locking it away. I have these, but I can't sell these. I've been making these right here out of just, I'll show you these. I shouldn't show these off, but I'll show you. These are just 2021 cents that I said, you know what, man, just the zinc alloy on these things right here looks terrible. Let me just do something cooler with them. And I went ahead and did this, put a little Spegtacular and domed them. And I don't know if you can see, but yeah, you can actually see the scent kind of peeking through. So no, they're not for sale. No, I will not sell any. It's just, I've been just keeping them for myself and just every now and then doing one. And maybe eventually I'll have that entire thing filled up. But yeah, not for sale. No matter how bad you want one. They're just for fun. What did I miss? What did I miss? I missed stuff in the chat. I just know. Let's see. Ron Perez says he's looking. Okay, Ron Perez, what's up, buddy? Chris says, yep, creeping. Leather and Laser. I like that name. See, you got to put yourself out there. Leather and Laser. That's cool. He says, hi, not a creep. A little bit of creepy, though. You're a little creepy. You didn't say anything until just now. Michael Fry says, hey, Speg, could use a soft piece of wood on the anvil. Even wood would probably have that negative effect of causing some indentations and stuff, because wood's a little bit harder than skin for sure. So I would say no on the wood. Usually I use like a piece of leather to do my hammering, but the leather will only work for certain things. It's gonna mess those ripples up. It's not gonna work. So you gotta have something very soft. Again, the leg worked great. Have you seen the art toned coins Benjamin Hutt was doing? Amazing. I don't think so, Steve. You have to show me that sometime. Hate all the lurkers. Creepy even more so when I type. You are a creep, Sterling Cannabis. You're disgusting. It's been fun, guys. I'm going to bed. All right, Army Goof. Glad to have you in here. Great to see you for sure. Danny Edwards. Any D or C gold? No, I should get some, huh? I should get some. I showed some off on my channel before, Danny Edwards. In fact, on a Coin Guide video, we had some stuff from Dahlonega, all kinds of places. So definitely go back and check out those. Leather and Laser, 9 ounce. Vegton leather on the anvil will soften it. I do use leather now. I don't know about 9 ounces. That's pretty hefty leather. Leather is expensive. You know that? It's crazy how expensive it is. Leg is free, believe it or not. Leg didn't cost me anything. Well, I take that back. It probably has cost me a lot over the years when you consider the price that I had to pay to build that beautiful leg. But, yeah. Leg worked just fine. Do you go to the new Port Richey show this past weekend? I did. I was there. Yes, I went there to support Mark. Yep, for sure. Speg, you're such a tease. Silver Hypothesis. Scott Kahala. Speg, have you tried a boiled egg for toning silver? Yes, I actually have a video, Phil T, of me doing that for sure. Let's see. Polybug coming to see Coin Guy in March. So if you want to buy one of your pours, I email you or only the website. The ones you showed tonight are amazing. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. For those ones I showed today, just email me, spegtacular@yahoo.com. And I think I'm over the 5-day thing on COVID. I'm not sure how that works, just so you know. If you'd rather not risk it, I understand that too. Just I don't know how that whole thing works. It's been a while now. So throwing that out there a little bit. Just, be cautious. It is silver, so silver, you know what I mean? It's antimicrobial, but I don't know about packaging. I don't think packaging is antimicrobial. But I think I'm over it. I don't know how it works. Like I said, CDC changes their guidelines all the time. Something else I thought was funny is all these people that say that if you get the vaccine, you are not going to die from COVID. But then the CDC has debunked that on their website, and they say that there's not enough research to support that. So all these people that say that are really supporting fake news because the CDC has claimed that that is not the case. We don't know that for sure. So I tell you what, man, everybody has a different story about this thing, which is the part that I think drives people the craziest. Anyways, off of COVID. We're done with that. Coin Guy's a natural treasure. He's a natural treasure and a national treasure too. He's both. He's definitely a national because he's here in Florida and the United States of America, which is the national part. Let's see. Got to go 5 a.m. wake up call. See ya. Bubba Silver, thanks for coming by. I greatly appreciate it for sure. I'm creeping listening as I roll search $50. Oh, anything yet, Jack? You find anything? Let me know. I haven't coin roll hunted in a long time because I kept on getting skunked. So I was like, you know what? I'll just buy it for now. Ron Perez says, when I was a kid, I had a Morgan dollar in a coin flip and set it in a tin can and put it on a windowsill and got really cold. The next morning, it toned really nice. There you go. A little bit of that stuff leaching out from that tin can right there, huh? I do. I work with it every day, says Leather and Laser. But do you work with leg every single day or just leather? You know what I mean? Think about that. You got to work with leg a little bit. Now leg is free advertising, make money back, and then more. I resemble that remark. Funny. If you have a P.O. box, I'll send you a leather anvil pad. I do have a P.O. box, yep. It's always down in the description of the videos. Should be down there. That'd be cool. Try it out, why not? Silver is antiviral. Hey, there you go. And antimicrobial and everything, right? It's just so nice. It's wonderful. And super, super conductive of heat and electricity. And, a great historical, like, money. It's been money for thousands of years. Before most people except for Sterling Cannabis has been alive. And, it's really cool. It's really cool stuff. I really like it. I don't know why, but silver, it has this natural beauty to it. And I don't know how to explain it. For some people, I think that they just never get that. They never, and these, of course, are cracked, but it's just like a natural awe that I get when I hold silver in my hand. Gold, too, don't get me wrong, but there's just something about it. I don't know. I love when somebody that doesn't know about silver or hasn't really touched silver, like I'll show them one of my pours or something like that, and they don't know anything about silver. And I do this to them, right? I say, hey, put your hand out real quick. And they put their hand out, and I take this and I put it in their hand. And the first thing they always say, right? They don't say like, oh, wow, it's, metal in my hand. The first thing they always say is, man, it's heavy, And you just don't realize it. I know it says 1.5 ounce here, but when you feel it, your mind doesn't really understand that is going to be as heavy as it is. I don't know. Kind of cool. Anyways. It's metal. I mean, I guess we should know, right? Here's one of the pieces that I don't sell, that I keep on my shelf right here. And it's just a fun little piece to hold on to. 8.7 ounces on this one right here. And it's very plain Jane, except for the sides, which I hammered. I guess I could have hammered here too, but I was like, you know what? That's enough. It's got a little bend to it. And, we all get that as we get older, get a little bend to us. But, I don't know, it's just fun, man. It's fun to hold on to. Sometimes I'll sit here on my computer reading comments and stuff, and I'll just hold it. Because if you don't hold it, you don't own it. I like it. I like it a lot. Anything else before we go? I picked up an $18.99 $20 NGC MS62 CAC at that show. Nice. My challenge is not to be a guinea pig. Okay, don't be a guinea pig, whatever you do. Patriotic One says, okay then. Speg, Frank the Tank sends his best. Oh, Frank the Tank, man, what's up? How's he been? I haven't seen him for a while, actually. Is he okay? Is he good? Perry, tell us. Bottom line, we love you, Speg. Take care. Get well soon. Thanks, you. Listen, I'm pretty good right now. I don't think that I'm in bad shape by any means. I think that all my lung function is still good. I seem to have performed in this live pretty well. I feel like I didn't take enough breathers. I just kind of had one long sentence. And I feel okay. Family feels okay for the most part. Wife can't taste anything right now. And so, hey, that sucks. That sucks. I tell you what, because I don't know, man. If I lose my taste and I can't enjoy a pizza anymore or, fun things to taste, I love my taste, man. That's one of my favorite senses. Take my eyes, but not my taste. No, just kidding. Just kidding, God. Don't take my eyes either. Please, I beg you. Leave all my senses. I like them. I like them a lot. I love how fingers smell after handling silver. So I don't notice any kind of smell with silver. And I handle it quite a bit. But now copper, I don't like the smell of copper. As soon as I handle copper, and I got some right here. I usually have to run and wash my hands because copper is stinky. I'll show you some copper. This is all stuff that I poured too. And some smells worse than others. Like this one right here, which I took a little grinding tool and I grinded it up right there because it came out pretty blackened, all the graphite that was sticking to it. And that one right there, it just smells worse. I don't know if I got down into the metal more. I don't know. But yeah, copper's stinky. Got these. I've showed these off before, I think. It was funny. Talking a little trash. This is Speg trash right here. I was talking. Somebody on Instagram, I think it was, they showed a picture in their safe of tons of these like bars right here of copper. And I think it was 139 pounds of copper in their safe. 139 pounds, right? That's a lot of poundage of copper. And I was like, this is me talking trash. I'm being a jerk. I'm sorry. I was like, wow, that's what $600 looks like, huh? Because copper is just so So crazy cheap. It's cool to collect, don't get me wrong. It's fun to melt it and shape it out, make little bars and loaves out of it. But I tell you what, it is dirt cheap. You get this stuff for four bucks a pound. And tell you what, that adds up. That adds up. You think that your silver in your safe is getting to be the point where you just can't have anymore because it's like loading up the safe, man. Imagine putting that same amount of copper in there, value-wise. Whew, you wouldn't have any safe. It'd just be pouring out. Let's see. What did I miss? I know I missed some really cool stuff. Lick your silver. It will keep you healthy. I don't want it to turn me silver, though, like that one guy that had the colloquial silver and they ingested too much. Remember how he turned silver? Lawn Rescue Property says, D's nuts. Which nuts? Your nuts? That's cool, man. Lawn Man, welcome to the show here. Welcome. These nuts. I do, Sterling. Your hands look like women's hands, unworked hands. These are working hands, buddy. I don't smash them up too much. I have one callus right there. Let's count the calluses. One callus and some dry skin right there, which is probably from gripping things. But these are strong hands. Strong hands. I'll show you how strong these hands are. You know what? I'm going to show you something, Lawn Man, that I know you can't do because you don't understand strength, Lawn Man. Hold on a second. Stand by. Oh. Hold on. All right. Lawn Man, I have a challenge for you because you are talking about my lady's hands. But these hands, they're small, I know, but they're not yours. They are my own. This is a 200-pound grip right here, Lawn Man. Have you ever tried to grip onto 200 pounds in a heavy grip style right here? It's tough. I tell you what, it's something that a lot of people cannot do. Now, there's a trick to this, right? That you're supposed to make these two ends actually touch. Otherwise, it doesn't count. The grip does not count. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to I know you should never do that, right? Because it's bad for your fingers and your joints and all that. But you know what? In order to do this, I might have to do okay, here we go. If I can do this, Lawn Man. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Here we go. All right, ready? Still 200? Okay, here we go. Pray for me, Lawn Man, because this is tough now. Here we go. Hold on, here we go. Is that closed or is that closed? That's 200 pounds, Lawn Man. Huh? These little small hands. How about that, huh? 200 pounds. Meanwhile, Lawn Man's using the ones with the little pink fuzzy grips around him, you know what I mean? Unbelievable. A giant copper turd, yeah. That's what this one right here is, right? Big old copper turd. This is cool, though. It comes out, when you actually kind of take care of the copper, because at first it comes out all black and gross with the graphite and nastiness, and you put it in the sand, man, the sand gets all over it, and it looks gross, and the burn marks, but once you actually polish it up, like copper does look nice, but smell my fingers. You smell that? That's copper. It stinks. It stinks. Oh, we don't have the smell-o-vision thing yet? I thought we were going to have that by now, smell-o-vision. Do a poo pour in a copper and big dog poo. Yeah, I bet a lot of people would buy that if I did poop, right? They'd be just all over it. Anyways, have I lost connection yet? Am I still here? I don't even know. I feel like the wife probably wants the internet. I have a desk job, but I play a lot on the weekends. That's where the calluses come from, LOL. Listen, you got to play. You got to play once in a while. Have fun, right? Grip it and rip it. There you go. Lawn Man has gripped 200 pounds in a strip club once. Yikes. Yikes. That's probably true. The funny part is that that's probably the case. But good for her, Big girls need you too, Lawn Man. That's good. And they're important for everything. Make the world go around, right? The fat bottom girls, they make the rockin' world go around, is what they say. Billy Bonner. Hey, Speg. Hey, how's it going, Billy? We have a coin show in 3 more days. I can't wait. Well, don't wait, man. Go stand in line right now, Jack. Get over there. It's like Black Friday. Get in line. What percentage of your take-home investment portfolio would you recommend in physical silver, PS, not the IRS? I think it's just, I don't buy it okay, so they recommend 5 to 10%, right, is what you should be investing, and not of your take-home money. That's of your overall investment portfolio only, right? 5 to 10% in precious metals. And depending on who you ask, those numbers will go, up to 10%, down to 5%, whatever the case may be. But I think it's just different for everybody. Am I at 5 to 10%? Probably not anymore by any means. I've probably gone beyond that a little bit. I might be at 11.5%. You know what I mean? But it's just different for everybody, you know? Just if you think that, I think a lot of people right now are looking at gold differently, and their number might be beyond that 5 to 10% just because it's a safe haven and is proving it more and more. You look at things like Bitcoin that have dropped $20,000 in a month, you know, like that's crazy. You look at things like the stock market, it's an absolute roller coaster ride. The dollar with the inflation news and stuff, and the actual real inflation number is probably much higher than what they're suggesting at 7%. You know, it's probably, man, it's got to be higher because you see it in the stores all the time. So like gold is just that, it's just that safe feeling, you know what I mean? And gold's been very steady right now. It's at kind of like a higher end than it's been over the last few years, but it's been maintaining. It's been just hanging out there. And I still think that gold is priced right, maybe even a little bit on the cheap side. And I don't know. I don't want to say, you know, 5%, 10%, even though that's what the experts say for sure. The you know, the actual analyst and the actual experts of investing. But I don't know. Just do what you think is right. Like I said, I'm probably a little bit more. I might be at 11.25%, you know? And I'm just joking when I say that. I'm probably higher than that. Now you can taste the copper. There you go, see? Ladyfingers, yeah, ladyfingers. These right here could play a mean piano if I actually knew how to play piano, but I don't. So, can't play the piano. I'm sorry. Just sent you an email. Interested in one of your hammered pours. So cool. Okay, thank you. I'll respond to those emails here after this video is done. 20 good show. Pour some cool things with copper, but love pouring silver more. I do enjoy the copper. I repurpose my copper from like old wiring and stuff, so it's a little bit more of a pain than literally just melting down, you know, silver rounds, because I gotta like actually strip the wiring, or I gotta try to, you know, manipulate it to where I can actually get it down in the kiln. I gotta cut it up because it's usually big long pieces of the wire, so it's a lot more work for me. If I could have some kind of machine that would easily strip them and cut them for me, it'd probably be a little bit more fun for me to pour the copper. And then of course, you know, it does kind of stink that when I'm pouring copper, I can't like really mix and match. I got to use one, what's it called? The crucible for the copper and one for the silver. You don't want to mix and match it by any means. Speg, do you ever make it out to Vegas coin shows? I haven't been to a Vegas anything in years, man. I really want to go to Vegas. That's on the bucket list. One day I'd love to. But first I got to get over this COVID. As you can tell, COVID is just destroying me right now. It's really bad on me. But I know, I'm just making jokes about COVID. My bad. I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that. It's too cold in Utah to be standing anywhere for longer than 5 minutes. It's cold here too in Florida. It was like 50 degrees all day here. That's pretty chilly for Florida. I tell you what. I actually had to wear long pants today. Yes, I did. For only a minute, though, but I started sweating. I had to get Metal Mike, how's it going? Hello, shipmate. Well, hello there. True fact. What are your thoughts for platinum? Platinum's interesting for sure. You know, I think we all want to see platinum go up. I think that platinum is just one of those speculative metals. It's just like palladium. It's like rhodium. You know, it has its uses in industry, and then that's kind of where it, you know, stops. You know, it's never been really currency like silver and gold. It hasn't really had that, you know, long time test of time that those two metals have, that people just love, you know, and have loved for thousands of years. It's really just an industrial thing. And, you know, I say this all the time, when the rappers, they love the platinum, you know what I mean? They were wearing platinum necklaces and stuff. Platinum kind of had a spotlight there. And people were like, hey, I got to buy some platinum. And it had its 15 minutes of fame for sure. And it had a real chance, but you don't see that being a big thing anymore. You know what I mean? Like trying to flex on the platinum, and it's back to gold again, and not so much silver for jewelry, with, you know, at least on the mainstream stuff, but gold is really the highlight right now. And it's adjusted its price to where gold now is the much more expensive metal than platinum. I think it's going to definitely come up. I think all these metals will come up for sure. It's also interesting that is platinum and palladium, these catalytic converters that they're used in vehicles. Apparently, the old battery-operated vehicles don't have the catalytic converters. So what's going to happen when we go to a more serious battery-operated vehicle approach, which we're going there now and more? What's going to happen in 20 years? When maybe they mandate us to all have battery-operated vehicles, and that's it. And we don't have catalytic converters. We don't need platinum anymore. What are we, we're going to use it for medical purposes and things like that, where it's still used in that industry. But I think a large amount of the platinum that's utilized isn't going to be utilized anymore. So what's going to happen to the value then? Who knows? I think it's just one of those speculative things, man. If you want to get into some platinum, by all means, grab some. I have a little bit, but only a little bit. I think there's enough action with silver and gold for me, personally, to go into just those two metals. If you get bored of silver and or gold and you want to venture out into the platinum market or the palladium market, then that might be good for you. For me, like I said, there's enough action with silver and gold. There's enough of a spread in the price right there to keep me happy. I don't need that middle ground, which is kind of platinum right now. I'd be okay. Now, if there's a platinum coin or a palladium coin that's, possibly the next big thing, the U.S. Mint comes out with something, and I think that they are actually planning is it a palladium coin that might be a good flipping opportunity? That's totally different. I might flip something like that. But as far as just stacking the metal, if I find it for the right price, I bought some platinum a while back from APMEX, and it was at spot. You can't beat that. If you can get anything at spot, it's always a good investment, right? So I did that, and I'm happy with that purchase, but and some of the other purchases with platinum, but I'm not actively going out and trying to get it. Hope I answered that enough, which I think was more than enough, to be honest with you. Go in the stash and show us something. I've been showing stuff. Big boy. I can show you this. It's just sitting right here on the edge, and not really in the stash per se, but something that I really, really enjoy lately. And I've shown this off a couple times already, so I absolutely love these Civil War tokens, and finding out the history of these things, and looking up the old stores where these actually, these businesses were just thriving at one point in our history. So amazing to me. So cool that we can actually still find that information out too. Just diving through history. So yeah, man. If you didn't watch that video, and surprisingly not a lot of people were into those videos. I think it's just so cool, the history we can still find out, and we can hold in our hands for as cheap as that coin right there is. And I call it a coin, but it's more of a token. Exonumia for sure. I pan for gold. In your opinion, is placed gold good to keep, or should I have it smelted? Place your gold. I like holding I have a little bit of gold, like nuggets and stuff. I like that stuff, man. It's cool. I'm not trying to sell gold, so if I needed to sell it, then it'd be good to sell it. I shouldn't have it smelted. There's no reason to. I think that anybody that knows enough about gold and how to buy it, they would buy that as is without having to smelt it down into something. So I think you're good to keep it as it is, right? I got a gold buffalo in the mail last week. Spot price is now within $20 of what I paid a month ago. Yeah, so I think last month when I got my maple, I'm like $10 away from where I bought it. Something like that. I don't know. Let's look at the spot price today. Or actually right now, I should say. It's on the move, right? Gold's down a little bit according to this, but yeah, I think I paid, what was it, 164, 168, something like that. So about $10 away. Listen, you can't beat that. Can't beat that. That's good timing. And it may come down and it may go up. Who knows, right? But we just hold it. Nick Anderson, what's good, man? How's it going? GG, it depends on how the gold tests out. When you pan or mine gold, however, you can get good price for it, especially in auction on the East Coast. Yeah, a lot of times those nuggets actually sell more than the spot price of gold. Quite a bit more. So it depends on the nuggets, the look of it. Panned gold, for some reason, it really does well. It's nice to know the carat, I will say, of the pan gold, because sometimes, depending on where you mine it at or pan it, it definitely varies the purity. And so it'd be nice to have everything kind of like as a set purity. or at least close to, the same purity. It was 9 degrees here today. Yuck. Man, how do you deal with that? Yes, it was a special low premium sale. I bought a 20-ounce Kit Kats today. I like air drumming with them. Isn't it fun to play with your silver and gold? It is absolutely wonderful. I tell you what, the last thing I played with was a 100-ounce Scottsdale, the long bar. Man, I was sword playing with that thing. I was smacking the kids in the rear end, you know what I mean? Just having fun. Then lithium will be traded on the market. Yeah, man, get your lithium, right? You need your lithium. I'm stacking nickels. A $100 box of nickels has a melt value of 130. That's a good return on investment. There you go. That's smart. Okay. Good info. I have a mine with a bit of platinum. You do? That's cool too. Battery technology, probably a good investment. I heard they're going to make graphite batteries. Invest in your batteries now, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. You got to get the forge to 2,651 degrees Fahrenheit to melt those nickels. I didn't know the melting point of nickel. I mean, I'm sure Google did, but good info right there. Thank you. Along with Civil War tokens, I think you would like the match and medicine stamps. Is it an actual stamp? I'm not much of a stamp collector, to be honest with you. I tried a little bit. I have a couple stamps. I think I have some Princess Diana stamps and things like that. It's just, listen, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do the stamps. Bravo to you guys and girls that do the stamps. I don't know if I can do it. That is a cool token. I would like the one with live free or die token. Yeah, I wanted that one too. Oh man, I wanted that one. But when I went back to try to find it, I couldn't find that one. This was a fun surprise, but I got to hit the sack. 3 a.m. comes quick. It does come quick. In fact, it comes in about 4 hours from now, at least where I am. So, man, you got to get to bed. 9. It's 9 here right now. Yuck. Disgusting. Speg, you should come visit with us at Miss Ida's shop some mornings. Yeah, I should visit a lot of shops, shouldn't I? I should visit a lot. Placer is not pure. You will lose weight if you refine it. Worth more as a mineral specimen. Okay, well, if anybody has anything else, then speak now, forever hold your peace. I think that I'm pretty good now. I did the grip test, and Lawman had to leave because he obviously found that he was weighed, measured, and found wanting in this situation. If you didn't see the grip test performed live, then you really missed a phenomenon, because I tell you what, the grip in these hands right here, you don't get that in just a day. You know what I mean? That's some stuff right there. That's a lifetime of gripping. You know. Do you have a favorite coin in your current collection? Also, what dream coin would you get if money was no object? I'm sure you've answered these questions before. No, I do answer those questions, text coins, but I tell you what, the coin does change once in a while, doesn't it? Because I think at one point there was, a St. Gaudens double eagle that I always wanted to get. And then when I got that, I had to move on to something else and something else. Right now, in my mind, a lot of times I'm thinking about the Hawaiian commemorative $50. I am thinking about that. Super expensive, of course. I'm also thinking about that territorial gold piece, that little like little hexagon shaped piece. It was an octagon. That was in my coin show video at the fun show. I saw that thing, like $30,000 for that coin, and I call it a coin. It's a territorial piece. I mean, I guess they meant it as a coin. But those are some cool things right there. And man, those are expensive. So it's going to take a little while before I get those. But it's always nice to have goals and wishes and dreams, right? And favorite coin in my current collection right now. Whew, man, that's asking me like which kid is my favorite. I'm trying to think. Favorite coin in my collection right now. That's a rough question. I'm going to have to probably come back to you on that. I don't know that I need to set all the coins out and just look at them and be like, which is my favorite? I have a lot of favorites for different reasons, I love that Texas commemorative $50 I have. It's not the most expensive coin by any means, but man, that's a pretty cool coin. The first St. Gaudens I got, that's definitely one of my favorites for sure. It kind of puts that milestone perspective into place a little bit, you know what I mean? I don't know, I got to come back to you on that. That's a good question. Spectacular, is there a gold challenge for 2022? Absolutely, Bulletcore. We are in it right now. The gold challenge for 2022 is you can get a 10th ounce, a half ounce, a quarter ounce, a full ounce. Anything 10th ounce and above, I'd say, is the challenge. Grams, I really don't want to consider grams. But 10th ounce and up every single month for 2022. That's the challenge. And I'd prefer if you bought on a dip when the price is not at a high for the day by any means. And that's the challenge. Yeah, I think we can do it. I think it's good. But yeah, I put that video out a couple weeks back now, the challenge video, and a lot of people have been responding to it. A lot of people have been responding to other videos saying that they're buying their gold, and that's cool to see. So it's awesome. Keep buying it. When I was a kid, my old man held one of those grippers from Winter Haven, Florida to the Tropicana Stadium in St. Pete. At least he still has me convinced he did 30 years later. Yeah, so 10th ounce or more. Because I had a lot of people complain at the other challenge that they're like, oh, 10th ounce is no good. I think you should buy a half ounce, or a half ounce is no good. You should buy a full ounce. So anything 10th ounce or more, whatever you believe in, you should buy. The focus is just to get gold, right, on a kind of a regular basis. And it's not to say if this month you get a 10th ounce, the next month you have to get a 10th ounce. Maybe you're doing better next month. Maybe you get a full ounce, right? And maybe, in March, you're like, oh, man, I don't know if I can keep on doing a full ounce. That's getting crazy over here. Maybe you cut it back to the 10th ounce, for a month. And as long as you're buying at least a 10th ounce every single month and you see where you are at the end of the year, it's going to be fun for everybody. And I think you're going to be happy that you did it. Because I know the people in 2021, when they did the gold challenge, they were quite happy at the end of the year. They were shocked that they were as happy as they were. You make me mine and pan more. I wish I could go mining and panning over here in Florida, but man, there's no gold to be found over here. I would love it, though. Good night, all. Good night, good night, good night. Where's a good place to get 10th ounce gold? Find it wherever you can. I mean, if you're stuck going online, then go online. I know that JM Bullion always works with me. They're always pretty friendly with me. I think we had a coupon code there last week from JM Bullion. So I'll see if they can do any more coupon codes later. I'm not going to try to stress them out with coupon codes by any means, but every now and then keep an eye out for those. But yeah, man, find what you can out there. If you are stuck going online, if you can go local, then do local. Just make sure you're getting a decent deal. Do some research on what about the going price is for whatever coin it is you're looking for. I don't want to say a 10th ounce is always going to be this price or this price, because there's other coins. Certain ones are worth more, worth less. Newer coins tend to be up a little bit in price right now. Do a little bit of research, find out about the price of whatever you're trying to buy is going for, and find a decent price one. Anyways, I think it's time to go. I think it really is time to go. We've been here for a long time. I'm really happy that I was, come on here and got to hang out with you guys. I just, I don't go live enough, and I need to go live more. It's something I need to work on in 2022 for sure. Is speaking with everybody. Greatly appreciate the members, of course, as always. And Bulletcore, thanks for allowing me to moderate you. And the other moderators were in here earlier that promoted. Thank you for helping out. Been meaning to do that. Just I'm slow on the go. But yeah, we'll do some great things later. For sure with lives. We'll just do more lives, more and more lives until I die. And then at that point, I'm stuck not doing lives anymore because I'll be dead. Once I'm dead, lives have to end. Officially, with the rules of life and death, once I am done living, I can no longer do a live. It's impossible. I think. I'm going to look up and see if I can freeze myself somehow, like cryogenic style, and maybe I can do lives after death. That would be a first, wouldn't it? Man, that would be cool. The first coin live after death. Ooh, man, the views I would get on that would be nuts. Yaggy1, here. Yaggy1, will you please, I know you're just kind of sneaking in, will you be a moderator once in a while for me too? Not to stress you guys out with the moderator thing. Don't think that you have to go any above and beyond extra, but YouTube is doing a poor job at trying to stop a lot of these spammers and everything. I've been doing a real bang-up job on the channel itself, getting a lot of the weird comments and spam comments now that I request that all comments are held until I review them. That's been stopping a lot of shenanigans there. But sometimes in the lives there's shenanigans too with all these Russian spamming bots and stuff coming in. So nice to have you guys as members, and nice to have you now as moderators. It's really helpful. Anyways, yeah. More lives until I die, and that's what I got to say about that. I got to go for now, though. More coin shop videos and bullion shop videos coming up in the future, I promise. In fact, you might see one Friday, so keep watching. Keep watching the channel. I try to really go above and beyond for everybody, and even deep into the COVID. It can't stop me, won't stop me. I got to go for now, though. Spegtacular, the Silver Stacular, is out. Greatly appreciate you for hanging out with me this long. It's been a while, right? It'll be again, though, I promise. Unless I die, and then cryogenics, and I'm freezing, and then we'll see.